everybody. I'm Sobin Pin. Welcome to the KPUSA television show. Today, I have the pleasure to bring you the co-founder of Cambodia Town Film Festival from Long Beach, Prach, who was known for rap songs and music early on in his career. And later on, he found this Cambodia Town Film Festival that has been going for 8 consecutive years alongside with Kaylee So and Angelina Jolie as one of their ambassadors. This is something special.
Operating, and he put a gun in you.
Yeah.
Now, welcome Prach. Hello, Prach.
Hello.
Mipsur.
Chidipsul.
Thank you for being on the show.
Oh yeah, you're welcome. I'm happy to be talking about the film festival and everything like that. You know, this year we have over 40 films, and it's online, and it's free for the public. So we wanted to make sure that the public gets free access. All they have to do is just go to our website and then click on the movie they want to watch and just claim the ticket, and it's free.
And you know what, when I saw that, it was amazing. During this COVID-19, we thought, you know, while everybody just kind of don't know what to do with their film festival, or those actors and people in entertainment industry and theater are being shut down, people really wait for this to be over so they can just resume, get back to work. And yeah. I was amazed by, you know, when I saw the trailer that you have 36 films that being premiered and all free in a period of what, 5 days coming up?
Actually, it's a 40 film. We added some more films while we were doing that. But we wanted to make, you know, the COVID is not going anywhere anytime soon, and it's still a threat and it's a danger. So we wanted to make sure, and arts and entertainment right now is, you know, it's more important than ever, because you need that to cleanse your mind, but also you have to stay focused and also be entertained at the same time. So, and mentally, you know, people with mental disability, being claustrophobic and can't go nowhere is very hard on them. So we wanted to make sure that we can provide these arts and entertainment and education for the people. And we wanted to make it free. So I think at the beginning of our meeting, in the beginning of the year, like when we talked about it, I told our members, and I talked with Kaylee, my co-director, and I said, we need to do what we need to do, but I want to make sure that it's free for the public to watch, because right now, you know, everybody is going through their own issues and financial problems and stuff like that. And we want to give that to the public and to our audience.
You know, what comes to my mind as we speak of this is just like, this is remind us of who we are as Cambodian refugee survivor of the war. During time of crisis, you turn the wheel around and really make this film festival into something even much bigger than it was ever before. Now you're going global, and you had even more film than you ever done before. Tell me how did that all come together for you? Was it easy or was it hard?
Oh,
how hard?
It was very hard and difficult. I mean, at first we were gonna call it off because, you know, normally we show it in the theater, and our theater at the Art Theater of Long Beach, you know, they shut down because of COVID, and we talked about it and was like, you know, how can we go about making these films and showing it to the public? So I as soon as I figured something out, I reached out to the filmmakers themselves. I emailed them and I said, hey, you know what? We're all going through these difficult times, but what do you think about like showing it online? Would you want to do that? You know, show your films online? And then they replied immediately and said, hey, you know what? You can show our film for free and put it online. But we didn't know how to use the platform at first, because you can't just put it on YouTube, and you can't just put it on, you know, Facebook and just have millions of people watch the movie. So we had to go on an event-like program platform, and then put limited on how many people can watch the movie. And, you know, we can also charge, but we decided not to charge any of the audience. And then once we had the platform, we reached out to the filmmaker and said, hey, we got this platform now that your film is secured, and we can limit how many viewers can watch your film. So it'll be just like the theater. People sign in, get their tickets, and watch it at the safety of their own home. And we were able to get grants, and, you know, from the Roomba grants and some funding from the Angelina Jolie Pitt Foundation. So we were able to not just show the film, but pay for screener fees. And I am proud that we are able to, all the films that we have shown, we were able to give them some kind of stipend and screener fees, except for the short films, because the short films are a little bit different, but all the feature films and feature documentaries. And we pay the artists, we pay, there's a lot of stuff, but we make sure that they are taken care of, because right now artists are struggling themselves, and we didn't want to exploit that. So we want to make sure everybody is accountable for it, and we value their art, and we want to make sure that they are paid for their time as well.
Of course. Talking about these films, I screened through the watch list, and it was just amazing to me that to discover for the first time there's so many Khmer films on one singular website.
I looked at it myself, and like, you know, yeah. Sorry to interrupt.
The question is, how did you manage to find all these films? And because not all of them made here in the United States, some of them made in Cambodia, and some made some other country. Tell me some of the film that during the process that you decided that, you know, you're gonna gather these films, and how did you went about pick these films?
Well, some of the films are from our previous festival. So we created this event called, our scheduling called Be Kind, Rewind, meaning it's a play on word from, like, you know, the 80s and 90s, where you rent videotapes, and it says on the videotape says Be Kind, Rewind when you return it back. So we kind of use that play on and say, hey, you know what? Most of our film that we showed at our festival, a lot of people didn't get to watch it because either they were sold out or they couldn't come to our festival. So why not bring some of them back, these selective, amazing films, and incredible films by all these great filmmakers. And we decided to bring them back, and we talked to the filmmakers, and they were very excited to be part of it. And also we have a couple of world premieres, and also a couple of new international premieres screening at our festival too. So we've been, you know, like, in your field of work, like, is, you know, we've been doing this film festival for the last 8 years now. So we keep in contact with the filmmakers, and we do side projects as well with them. So it becomes like a family, and, you know, reuniting this for a common purpose is much needed right now. And finding the films there's a lot of Cambodian films out there by Cambodian filmmakers, or just about Cambodia, or subject-wise Cambodia. But our film festival is not just about Cambodian films. We leave it open to domestic and foreign films and international films as well that has nothing to do with Cambodia. But we wanted to give a platform, at least 80% of the platform is dedicated to Cambodian filmmakers and Cambodian subjects.
Tell me some of the films that are showing this coming week, as you start, I believe, September 16th?
September 16th to the 20th. It's next week. It starts next Wednesday. Yes. And we don't just have films. I just want to start off by saying, if you don't have an idea of our film festival, go to CambodiaTownFilmFestival.com. Also, if you have a Facebook page, go to Cambodia Town Film Festival. Look us up. We're the only Cambodian film festival in the United States. So, and we're the longest running one so far. And yeah, we have over 40 films. We have short film, we have documentaries, we have feature films, we have feature narrative. But we don't only just have we don't only just show the films, but from Wednesday to Sunday, to kick us off, we have a kickoff concert that you can watch live on Facebook Live and also on our YouTube channel. And we got together with Clap Your Hands in Cambodia. We hired them to film a concert there in Cambodia. So it's gonna be a never seen before live concert that they put for us. And we're gonna be showcasing that to kick off our festival. And also on top of that, we have an opening remark by Pasay Pa. If you haven't seen the video, I think I messaged you the video. She's hilarious. She's an amazing actor. And we have also a blessing video from the Sacred Dancers of Cambodia, being colleagues in Cambodia and Siem Reap. They also have video that we normally, like during our festival, we have Amsterdam blessing dance or some kind of cultural thing to open up. But again, unfortunately, due to the situation that we're in, but we do have a blessing dance, and it's filmed also in Cambodia. And we put all this together just for the opening on Wednesday. And then and then we have different panels, like we have a cooking panel, to show you how to cook Khmer food. And we have 4 amazing chefs. We have Chef Nat in Cambodia that she prepared us a cooking segment for us. She also have a cookbook. So if please help support. And we have Chef Danny, we have Chef James, we have Bong General, and then and then after that we have all these Q&A session with the directors of the films that we're showing, with the actors, and also on top of that, at the end of all of this, we have a coloring book for the kids. So
this is all virtual. You're doing all this through Facebook.
Facebook, and also on our Eventbrite page, and also through YouTube, and on our website. And the coloring book, this is going to be the first ever. So we're really excited about that, because we have an amazing Emmy award-winning Sina. She's taking head charge of the coloring book, and she won an Emmy for visual graphic for that show, Gotham. And she's leading that, making the coloring book. And it's, we have kids from like 5, 6 years old to participate in it, to give us 1 page, and we have all these other artists to donate like a page or 2, and we accumulated a coloring book. And that coloring book will be free to download. If you want to download on a PDF file, it's free. Or if you want to purchase the actual book itself, you can purchase it on Amazon, and a percentage from the coloring book we will donate to local charities.
This may sound that I'm gonna make you make tough choice, picking favorites of the films for those who haven't watched from afar, like us, Lowell, Massachusetts. We have heard of Cambodia Town Film Festival in Long Beach for years. We just haven't been able to make our way there during that season. This is the first time that we get able to tune in, see the kind of movie that you are premiering. So I'm gonna ask you to make very tough choice, and it probably may upset some of your producer. So tell me the top 5, let's just say, or maybe more than 5. Some of the film that you think people like, we from far away, we should tune in and gotta watch that.
Well, the thing is with, that's a great answer, because, but films are very subjective. You can like I can like one thing and you might not like it. So that's why we have like our selection panels. We have a board member and committees that selects the film. So each year we have, anywhere from 50 to 100 film that we have to select from. And being at the theater, we can only select 8 or 9 because doing the time thing. But now here we have the option of showing it online. And it just all depends on what you want to watch. Like there's a good documentary about, Dr. Hang Noor, the first Asian actor to or the first Cambodian to win an Oscar for his acting, and he was murdered in LA. And Arthur Dong made a documentary called The Killing Fields of Dr. Heng Nor, and that kind of explained the life and behind the scene of Dr. Heng Nor. So if you want to know about that, you should definitely check that out. There's also a film called Don't Think I've Forgotten about the loss of Cambodian rock and roll, and it goes back to telling how back then called the Cambodian Golden Era, where rock and roll was big and heavy in Cambodia, and then all of a sudden the war came and everything was destroyed, and John Prach, the director, went around to look for these filmmakers and to ask them how that affected their life and everything like that. There's also another film called Still I Strive. It's about this orphanage in Cambodia, and all they want to do is just perform in arts, and they were given an opportunity to play out on a movie set, and they got the opportunity to perform in front of Princess Bopana, and that was like a life-changing moment for them. Also, we're premiering a world premiere called Young Love, and it's from Cambodia, and you should definitely check that out because that one's a world premiere. There's a lot of other favorites. There's a short film that I helped produce called Paulina. It's about gambling addiction in the Cambodian community, and we wanted to face head on and not be shy about it and talk about it, because if you don't know what the problem is, you can't solve the problem. And I think most of you know, and I've been asked this a lot, but like our film last year called In the Life of Music, it's not in our lineup this year because of distribution, but you can go to like Amazon or YouTube and rent the movie for like $5 or buy the movie for like $10. And the movie is called In the Life of Music, and I helped produce it along with Nirdai and Kaylee So, and Kaylee So is the director, along with Sok Vasal. And last year it was selected by Cambodia to represent it in the Oscars, and it's online now. You can watch that.
Well, I have seen the selection that I was just amazed, and then I think I can recall that some of these titles that I myself I thought I would look into it, and I think your recommendation kind of go like, okay, we definitely gonna.
Also with the current situation that's going on with the racial injustice, and also there's a film called A Cambodian Spring. It deals with the land grabbing in Cambodia, and that movie was banned in Cambodia, but we're showing it in our festival, and we showed it in our previous festival, and it won Best Documentary in our festival. So that's directed by Chris Kelly. And there's another film about climate change. It's called A River Changes Course. It's directed by Kalyan Imam, and it's about the Mekong River, and also just river life in general, and also the life of factory workers. It's about 3 subjects that she followed around, and how it changes and the livelihood of Cambodians that's in Cambodia. And that one won like Best Documentary Narrative at Sundance Film Festival. So again, and these filmmakers, we have it in our panel, and they're gonna be doing a live Q&A with them. So tune in. Just again, go to our website. You can download like a 1-pager that has all the schedule, and what day, what panel, and stuff like that. And also on the website, you click on the film lineup, and it'll give you directly the link to the films, which you should reserve right now, because once the tickets are reserved, we cannot add any more. So if a film is listed as 200 to 400 tickets reserved, once it reaches limit, that's it. We can't add anymore. And I encourage you to do that too, and tell your friends and family and stuff like that. So, and it's all our side too. Like if our friend and family didn't reserve and it's out, that means we're out.
I'm really glad to have you on and explaining how this really works. It just sounds really exciting that although this is virtual, but you make it feels like almost like real life.
Oh yeah, it's real.
Except us without being over there.
I haven't slept in 33 hours, so it's real. When we bring this to you, And I'm so happy and so honored and proud of our team and our members that's been working consecutively, tirelessly for days and weeks on end to bring this to you. And we have like there's a TikTok challenge, there's a dancing tutorial. All of this are coming, and then we got T-shirts. So this just came in yesterday. I just picked these up, and then you can pre-order some of these shirts or pre-order some of our back or previous year shirts too. And it's limited. And once we put out the first order, we don't normally do reorders, and it becomes like a collector's edition. So a lot of people have been requesting that. So that's why this year we decided to bring some of the old shirts back. And also, when you watch the film, you can donate, $1, $5, $10, whatever you want to donate. Because again, this year we're making it free for the public, but free for you doesn't mean it's free for us. We have to pay the bills. And donate what you can. If you can't, don't, it's no problem. But there is like a donation box. And if you watch some of the films, some documentaries, like the short film from the Bopana Center in Cambodia, there's 9 short films, and these are made by like student filmmakers at the Bopana Center. And I don't know if you know about the Bopana Center.
Explain.
Okay, the Bopana Center is created and co-founded by Bu Rithipan. Bu Rithipan is a brilliant Cambodian filmmaker. I don't even want to just label him as Cambodian filmmaker, but he's just a brilliant filmmaker in general. And he's the first Cambodian director to be nominated for an Oscar for his film, The Missing Picture. So he founded the Bopana Center as a place to archive these lost footage and lost films and lost documents from Cambodia's past. And they also turned that into like a film studio for student filmmakers. And then due to COVID right now, they're kind of in jeopardy because fundings are being cut. But we have to look at the big picture because, if you have students and you have teachers that are there and they need our assistance as well. So Bopana Center was kind enough to give us 9 short films, and we're showcasing that. And if you want to know more about the Bopana Center, please look them up and just go to bopanacenter.com, and it is there. And Bu Rithi, he co-produced the film First to Kill My Father with Angelina Jolie, the film that was about Bong Luong's memoirs based on the same title, based on the same book title. Yeah, so he was an executive producer a producer of that film. And he made a lot of great films. And also the Bopana Center and Bu Rithi, they produced a live show. It premiered last year in New York called Rec Room in Cambodia. And I went to the premiere in New York and I cried. I watched it and I cried. And it's a live show. And they had an orchestra, 40 set piece live instruments or more. I'm pretty sure it was more, but it was a big cast. And it was beautifully told, and it was paying homage to those who died in the killing fields. And it was just a blessing that he made that, and we are fortunate enough to premiere that at this year's festival too. So check that out, Requiem.
I'm just so glad to have you on and to promote this Cambodia Town Film Festival that's happening next week from the 16th, that's Wednesday, through the 20th. And you have now over 40 films will be premiered. And you said the selection process has been difficult, that you had over how many submissions that your committee had to select through?
Each year is different. When we started the film festival, we were concerned about how many Cambodian-made films that are out there. But since then, we've been following up with the filmmakers in Cambodia, and we teamed up. We have a community partner with the Cambodia International Film Festival in Phnom Penh. Cedric, he's the director of that, and we've been in contact and we've been exchanging information. So like some stuff we premiere here, we'll pass it down to them. Some stuff that they know about, they'll pass it down to us. But again, films are subjective. Like you know, I have a hard process. And I watch all the films that are submitted because I respect the artists and I respect the filmmakers. I don't, you know, if it's 100, I'll watch all 100 of them. But we have a selection committee where we rate it on certain things. And those who don't get selected, you know, we send them a letter. But again, just because we don't select the film doesn't mean their film is not successful. It's just that sometimes we have to make it where it fits our theme that year, or it fits the stories that we are trying to tell and the narrative that we're trying to tell. Some films are banned in Cambodia, but we still show it at our festival. So, you know, what we try to do is raise awareness and also educate people and also entertain. And we have audiences from, you know, that shows up with kids showing up with their grandparents and experiencing a movie in the theater for the first time, and having them leave the theater, they're talking about conversation about what had happened before the killing fields, or how they lived through the killing fields, and what they're dealing with the present now. And just seeing that, you know, it just shows that we're doing something right. And that's why it keeps us motivated to do it every year.
I saw some of the listings, such as I Am Woody. Some of the listing is certainly that I'm almost certain that those films were banned from showing in Cambodia. How do you manage your group to be still so informative and making such a tough decision, and still able to stand on your own feet? Are you not having problem getting in a bad run into the Cambodia government in doing these films?
You know, I went to Cambodia last year because we premiered our movie In the Life of Music, and it opened up the Cambodia International Film Festival. And I've talked to some of the officials there, and you know, they were not happy with me. But you know, this is not Cambodia, this is America. And you know, censorship wise, you know, I would respect what they're doing there in Cambodia. Like when we did the film In the Life of Music, we had to submit our script to the minister for them to review it first, and they would ask us to change certain things or not mention names and stuff. So we follow by the guidelines and the rules and the regulation of Cambodia. But here in America, it's a little different. And me being an artist myself, as a musician and a filmmaker, I don't want to be censored. And you know, I respect the rules and laws, but at the same time, is, you know, we have the freedom of speech here. And as long as the film is good and it goes through our selection process, we don't say that, you know, this film is going to cause controversy, or this film is going to, you know, do damages to the government or anything like that. I think one of the key example was a film in the Busan International Film Festival. And, you know, I believe that the Busan Film Festival at that time was being funded by the government. And then the film festival decided to show a film that the government did not like. And then the government stopped funding the festival. And, you know, the festival, and we as a film festival committee, we sent out a letter to support the director's decision to show that film. And, you know, these actors and activists got together and gave money to the film festival to make it possible. So again, you know, you have to make the decision what is right for your festival and what is wrong. But that's why we have a committee, board members, to decide that. And, you know, there is no body higher than anybody in our board of members. We respect everybody's decision and respect everybody's comments. And that's why we were able to move forward with it. But the final decision rests upon me and my co-director, Kaylee. So.
Well, I just want to say that I have observed your film festival since the inception 8 years ago. I just have a chance traveling to Long Beach during every year when it premiered. It just couldn't, the star didn't align. So thanks to COVID this year, I'm able to join you. And even have you on the show to promote it. Hopefully it brings some more audience here for us in the East Coast, connect I was glad to hear the shout out from the trailer from Lowell, Massachusetts to Long Beach. That was a nice shout out. And you know, otherwise, all of this, just wanted to really commend you and your team. What a wonderful work you've been doing over there.
Thank you. I've been to Lowell many times. I've also we screened the movie Rice Fields of Dreams at Lowell High School, and then the director of the film, Darren Kerr, and I went there, and we did a speech. And a friend of mine, a good friend of mine, Bonita, whose parents or now owns the Island Supermarket. She's been in close contact with me in terms of how to move forward with the community, because, rest her father's soul, he just passed away a couple years ago, and and she just, she was just trying to reach out because we have a large Cambodian community here in Long Beach, and there has been ups and downs in both community. I mean, we've been talking amongst ourselves about politics and such like that. So, and speaking of politics, please go out and vote on November 3rd. Register to vote either online or go to the mail ballot or through mail or whatever, but please vote.
On the side note, I know early on your career, you are a rapper.
Yes.
You still rap?
Last year I did an hour-long concert, which was during our film festival. And that was commemorating, my 20-year anniversary of the first album that I did. But I have taken a back seat from rapping, or from making music to making films. Right now we're making feature films and producing it as well. So as we speak, we have a couple of projects in the wing, and just waiting for Hollywood to open back up and having the guidelines for us to start production again. And I mean, I love music. I listen to a lot of different time of genre of music, from country to rap to R&B, and to Khmer music, everything that soothes me. And speaking of rap and music, our kickoff concert. So we have RJ, he's a Cambodian rapper as well, and from Oakland. And we have Bochan, she's an incredible voice, incredible singer, also from Oakland. And we have a couple other artists, and we have a whole crew of Clap Your Hands in Cambodia. But yes, to answer your question, I do rap. I did the concert last year, but I'm taking a back seat for now, just to focus on making films.
And while I have you at hand, what do you have to say about the rumor from the Hollywood Report that you and Angelina were dating?
I don't know what you're talking about, so. Angelina is, she's our ambassador for our film festival. So she's been very supportive of our festival. And in May, when the looting happened here in Cambodia town, I talked to her, and she donated some money to help out our community. So yeah, she's a great person.
Well, I hope you don't take into the offense there. I think there were articles circulate on Facebook a couple of times.
And I.
It's fine. Thank you for answering it though. And when we look at in the couple of times that she appeared at your festival, we thought, oh, what's an amazing, gracious thing that she did for the Cambodia Town Festival. And it's so wonderful to have such great friendship with her and for the film festival, and as well as the project that she was working with Luong on for a long time, that she seems to be really a great friend to the Cambodian community.
I stay close contact with Bong Luong as well. We speak occasionally, but it's difficult times right now. So I'm just grateful that we're able to provide this film festival for the people and make it free. And, not just here in Long Beach, but worldwide. There's I think there's a documentary called The Donut King. And I think that is due to distribution contract, like only California can watch it. And I think it's blocked off from everywhere else, but only in California. But I think they will release it later online and stuff like that, and you can rent it and purchase it. But it's about, like in the early 80s, about Boo Ted, making a donut chain. And now, like, we have Cambodian-owned donut places all over the place. And that was an interesting subject to watch.
In California?
Yeah, that one is restricted only for viewers in California. But you can follow up on it, and I'm pretty sure they'll premiere it or show it somewhere else as well. And it's called The Donut King.
Okay. Well, our segment has come to the end. I'd like to really thank you for being on the show today and to promote the Cambodia Town Film Festival and have a chance to kind of catch up with you too. I don't know if you remember that I first time saw you probably 13 years ago, a long time ago, when you were doing rap music in Philadelphia.
Okay, yeah, definitely. But thank you for having me, and please continue to support us, and also reach out to your people, your friends, your family, your audience, to let them sign up and reserve the ticket as soon as possible. Again, and it's free. I don't know how else to say it, but it's free for everybody. All you have to do is just claim your tickets, and also follow us on Facebook and our website. And you can watch the panels, and you can tune into that. We've worked hard, tirelessly to bring this to you. So I'm just excited to have it shown and presented to the people.
I can't imagine how hard you and your team have worked to really make this virtual feel like in-person experience. I really look forward to it. And I guess I'll see you at the festival. I hope virtually.
Yes, I'll be at the festival. I'll be watching it and making sure, I'm pretty sure there's going to be some technical difficulties, but we have to do what we need to do. So, but yes, we'll.
Okay. Thank you again, Pride.
Thank you.
អរគុណចា៎ជំរាបលា
Let's talk about.
ចា៎សុខសប្បាយ That was Bright Lee, the co-founder of Cambodia Town Film Festival, here to promote the Cambodia Town Film Festival, the 8th annual Cambodia Town Film Festival. Don't forget to tune in and watch on Wednesday, September 16th through 20th. There will be over 40 Khmer films on streaming online at cambodiatownfilmfestival.com, and it's all free. Thank you for tuning in today. I'm Subin Pin. See you next time. This segment was sponsored by Senior Whole Health. Thank you.